Hey guys, I'm at a church in Battersea. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but I passed it the other day with my friend and thought I have got to come round and do some filming because I think it's a lot older than they're saying. This is this guy here. This is Owen. I've just been talking to him about flat earth, mudflood. I'm giving him a whole list of site names because he's really interested. So what we got here is the yellow sandstone, quite eroded, stonework. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get inside. This is interesting, this stuff around here. Yeah, Owen was telling me that he's been to Jerusalem and he was telling me how amazing the architecture is there and how it reminds him of this here. And I was... How much does this look like wood? And I was telling him how we believe that there's a whole... Look at these fantastic joints. That is some work, isn't it? I was telling him how we are putting together like a whole one people nation, and he was right on it. So I've given him a whole long list of information stuff. Some awesome windows on this. Oh God, I wish I could go inside. It has so much detail up in here. They've got a fantastic bit of antiquitech on the roof as well, and a really, really amazing rose cymatic window. But I don't think this was built in Victorian times. I was saying to him that the Victorians are taking credit for work which we don't think they did. We think that they were just restructuring these things. I'm going to get up and have a look at this stuff. It's broken off here quite a lot. There's quite a lot of look for that, a lot of heads and things, gargoyles. Anyway, he's given me permission to walk around. He said there is a crypt on this church, and we were looking at the buildings over the road, and I was saying to Owen about how it's impossible to think that they just dug all these houses down for the foundations. So yeah, I think this is another patched up thing. Some eroded saints. Heads. Where is it? So I was home alone today, and I'm going to decorate the hall, but I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered, man. I just couldn't be bothered. All this here. This feels old, doesn't it? It hasn't got the gargoyles my Weymouth church had on it. But there's oh. That's the second one of them I found today. The other one was even bigger. Ooh. Wouldn't be human, would it? God. Right. There's a gargoyle. Little dragon. On the other side they've got, I don't know what that is, curlicature thing. But a dragon here. Haven't found any. Ah, here's our copper wire going to the roof. We usually find one of these. He's interested in churches as well. He's a builder. Nice guy. Yeah, I'm feeling more inclined to talk to people. You can tell if people are going to be up for talking, you know. I think this must have been a graveyard proper at one time. I'm not sure. It's quite elevated from the road, about 3 or 4 foot. This is built behind there. Why would they build that lovely window? It's got some strange stuff on it, mind. Behind a wall. Seems a bit strange. Right. I'm going to walk back around and take a bit of footage of the front. This is the vicarage next door. This looks fairly modern. It's got yellow stone. Yeah. Some astonishing work in this thing. Genuinely, really nice place. There was somebody sat on the step there then, so I didn't really want to talk too much. It's a fantastic window up here. Looks like it's been overgrown by ivy or something at some point. These little windows in here. Well, there's no real mudflood evidence apart from the fact that there's a crypt, but I'm not going to be able to get in, I don't think. I'll give it a go. But yeah, cool church. Well, here's another church, Ridley Hall Evangelical Church. It's a bit low, isn't it? It's a little bit flooded, maybe. I mean, it looks quite modern, but could just be a rebuild here. Can you see? Yeah. Well, that was a gem, that meeting that guy Owen. Absolute, complete gem of a meeting. What a great guy, that was great. Really into it. Nice building. Okay, see what I can find around here. So I'm looking at bridges now and arches. You see how low this one is? Look how high this one is. Let me show you this out here. So large arch. This looks like mud floodage here. They utilise all these arches for companies, you know. I wonder if this arch was as high as these arches, but they bashed it down. Yeah, I'm going to have a walk up, see what's up here. Yeah, so you can see where the other arch would have been. So I think these are old. I think these are old worldy arches. And then all this other stuff is the Victorian Railway add-on. So low! Look at this! This is daft! Oh God! You wouldn't get a bus through here, would you? Incredibly low. Interesting, isn't it? Getting about a bit today. I don't know where I am. Now, there is no way in a million years that this was originally built this low. That is ridiculous. Let's have a look up here. I nearly banged my head coming out of that tunnel. How is that? Right. Some new buildings here. Let's have a look at some of these old archworks, old buildings here. See here that there's a lot of botching up going on that thing. Can't get down there, can I? I'll have a go. So this arch looks like the other arch I just walked under, but it's of a decent size. Didn't actually have to duck to get out. Yeah, all this lot was all built at the same time as the Tate and Vauxhall and my estate and, well, everything was built in a 30-year period. I mean, there must have been zillions of builders. I was looking at this when I was with my friend the other day, you know. Oh, quite like to get down there. It's another street. I could have gone down there if I'd walked on the road. Yeah, underneath the arches, eh? This is our new looking stuff. Oh, I'm by that pub. There's a pub over here that's falling to pieces. I want to go and have a look at it. The camera's getting low on battery now, but I've done a fair bit of filming. So they've taken the arch out here and put a Victorian bridge in. That's about right. That's what I'd expect. The rest of it, I reckon, was already here. It's an aqueduct or a canal, or maybe a railway. Here at the pub, classic. Mudflooder. Well, it's not a pub, it's a shop. I've always thought it was a pub. So let's have a look, because it's 4-inch pieces, so we might find some clues. So, doors 8 foot tall. It's good 8 to 10 foot under. Doesn't think there's anybody living in here. See here, this is all gone to crap, hasn't it? Ten foot under, eh? I wonder if they're going to do it up or demolish it. I feel like her in the Blair Witch. Okay, I'm not going to get a better shot of it than this. Here. Odd old building. Okay, well, I've got a row of little houses here that I'm going to just film because they're mud flooders. It's interesting. It's got a tree here as well. Door under the street. Quite low, isn't he? Well, I've used most of my film up, but I have done quite a lot of filming. All around the back as well. These are good. Hope nobody's watching. Although I feel quite ready to explain myself to people now. I just feel people really need to wake up to stuff. And not to be so blindly accepting of everything, you know? It's a big houses as well. This is a sort of posh area of town. Okay. Everywhere you look, you know, everywhere you look in London you can see unusual stuff. Well, over and out. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, well, I'm just going to do a little bit of info to back up that. So the church is Battersea St Philip the Apostle. It was built in 1869 by Sir James T. Knowles. It's Kentish rag in early and late middle pointed style, nave and aisles, blah 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 blah. The church whole was sold in 1985, since when various schemes for reordering the church or converting it to community use were considered. It has been like used for so many things since the 80s, and it's almost like an unwanted church. But since about 2007, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tuahido Church has taken it over. So there were never any burials in the churchyard, but a faculty was granted in 1997 for a garden of remembrance. So it's consecrated ground, and it's on St Philip Street. Yeah, and I found out that that whole area that I was looking at was taken over by this guy, Cyril Flower. Now, I've been meaning to look at this guy as well, because he was responsible for building the enormous rows of mansions that are down by Battersea Park, and they were all built in 5 to 10 years or something, plus the church and all the other stuff around that area. So Cyril Flower was like the
property developer and the rich person. But these people are just all in one big happy club. Here's the architect, Sir James Knowles, the son of Sir James Knowles. So there's two of them. So they're both architects. This guy was born in London and he trained in architecture in University College and Italy. He designed, among other buildings, 3 churches in Clapham, Lord Tennyson's house at Aldworth. Designed. Yeah? And as well as doing all this, I found a quote somewhere where he said to somebody that he'd designed literally hundreds, he'd built hundreds of houses, churches, public buildings. He was like full of it, this guy. He wrote a book about King Arthur, and he also, in 1869, with Lord Tennyson, founded the Metaphysical Society. So he hung out with Gladstone, W.G. Ward, John Morley, Cardinal Manning, Archbishop Thompson, T.H. Huxley, Sir William Gull. Anybody who's seen the Jack the Ripper film From Hell will know that Sir William Gull was the main suspect in the Jack the Ripper murders. Right, although it wasn't him. I'm going to do one about Jack the Ripper. So he spent years and years and years writing stuff, building stuff. He's a magical Victorian architect, and here is Lord Tennyson's house that he built or designed. Look at it. In 1867, Alfred Lord Tennyson, who's a favoured poet, of course, bought 60 acres of land on Blackdown. The house was designed by James Knowles. The house had the novelty of piped hot water. For some time, Alfred indulged in 4 or 5 baths a day. Lucky old Alfred. Good for him. They said they built it on the site of an old pub or something. Well, don't know about that. Anyway, just a little bit of info to finish it off, and thanks for watching.